What's up, guys? Welcome back to another HERR Lounge podcast. Happy Wednesday, y'all.
Happy Wednesday.
Woo! We really record this on a Monday, but I'm still telling y'all happy Wednesday because I know when y'all hear it.
It's appropriate.
I really feel like right now in my headphones, I'm sounding very Miley Cyrus.
Did I send you that video of her? And it was Little Rascals character.
Yes. Bro, you didn't send it to me. My other friend sent it to me too. That voice is out of control. How many cigarettes did she smoke?
All of them.
Did she still smoke?
I don't think so.
She's not even a smoker, right?
I'm pretty sure she had to have been at some point. I think I want to say it's a part of like vocal damage and just vocal like maturity, and that's just what it turned into. Yeah.
It's borderline manly too.
No, it's super manly. She sounds like a combination of Alex Jones and Tim Dillon.
Oh my God, that's such a good one. Oh my God. Y'all, I'm wearing no makeup today because I forgot my makeup bag in my other car and I thought it was in this car.
You look fine.
So that's great. Anyway, before we get started, you guys know I like to start with a positive quote, and today's is, have faith in your journey. Everything had to happen exactly as it did to get you where you're going next.
Absolutely true. I say that on a bi-daily basis.
I mean, is it not true?
Oh, yeah.
And I say that to say this. Have you been paying attention to Blac Chyna?
No, you were educating me before the podcast, and I'm curious as to what this... is she still a stripper or
So check this out. I guess she's not a stripper anymore. So here's the deal. Okay, I used to follow her, but after the Kardashian show that she had with Rob and Chyna, I think that's what it was called. It was way too toxic. Like, you know how there's just people that are just like, I was like, that vibe is so much. I don't even know her. I can't even follow this account. Y'all, when I tell y'all I go in there and I delete accounts and I talk about that, we talked about this a long time ago. Y'all think it's a joke. I'm not joking. I literally have this app called Cleaner, and I go through the cleaner and I legit clean up my Instagram and delete people I do not want to no longer follow because you don't serve me a purpose. I think your posts are dumb and I'm getting nothing from them. So... And if that's why you've unfollowed me ever, I get it. You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't get offended anymore. Before I used to get my feelings hurt, like, why are they not following me? I must have not served a purpose, in your life.
That's true. And
it's real simple.
You have to be okay with it.
Yeah, and it's real simple. There's nothing to it.
Where's the value?
Exactly. So I stopped unfollowing her, but I had seen this video circling around of her getting baptized, and they were making fun of her.
Okay.
Saying, oh, did they sprinkle holy water? Because she's getting baptized in her pool. Okay. They have pools at church to get baptized. I'm not sure if people know that. So, like, there's different ways you can be dunked. You don't have to, like, I don't know what these jokes were about. But anyway, the whole joke on these videos were like, what they do, sprinkle holy water in her pool. And then other people were like, it was a 50-50 split. That's what was crazy. Like 50% was like, this is amazing. Her platform is so big. She's going to be able to touch so many people with her change. I mean, this is an extreme change. So, and I think change is so good. And I spoke at an event this weekend, which was about women empowerment. And we'll go into that. But first, I wanted to say about Blac Chyna is, she's accepted God into her heart, Rob. Okay. So she has started to remove her fillers from her cheek, her lip injections, her butt injections.
The demonic tattoo from...
The demonic tattoo. Yeah. She's documenting everything. So you're getting to see this firsthand. And so she kind of explained about her butt shots. She got silicone ass shots, okay? And she does this video with her doctor, and the doctor basically, what happened was her surgery took 8 hours and it really should have taken 4. But because I guess the silicone, the way I guess it molded on her natural stuff, it was like kind of hard to take out. Now, she has been lucky that her skin color didn't change. She's lucky that like she didn't get really sick, because you can get really sick from this, because sometimes you don't know what's in these syringes or whatever. But she would say that, like, she told a story about, like, I guess she was having sex and somebody slapped her ass really hard. And she said she used to always kind of like feel sick after. Well, yeah, I mean, you hit your ass, that shit just starts to spread everywhere. Is that not scary and creepy and all of the above?
It is, and when you think about how much, what is it? The stuff that whatever's in your boot, whatever's in your
Silicone?
is it silicone and fake boobs? Is that still the same?
Yeah, but I think that they use saline now.
Okay, well, whatever it is, like I've known people that like have gotten extremely sick from having implants, and then they had to get them removed, and immediately all of their symptoms and all of the sickness that they were having went away. So it's a surprise to me how many people still get fake tits.
So I want to have Cindy. I need to figure her out. But do you know Cindy from the bodybuilding world?
Sounds familiar.
She used to also work with Christine.
Okay.
She was one of her posing coaches as well. She's like I think she's figure pro, whatever, it doesn't matter. But she had a whole issue. I mean, she's bald now. Her hair doesn't grow back.
Because of her boobs? Wow.
I mean, it was a whole story. I mean, she's really sick.
Damn.
Really sick. It's crazy. Her journey has been very tough. And I had asked her to come on, but it's funny because I'm like, what, like, you know, we've been trying to coordinate. But then the other day I was like, do I want her on my podcast?
Why are you going to cry on the show?
Yes. And you know me and crying. I really avoid that emotion.
People really connect to people that can
I know.
be emotional,
I just try not to, because it's just like, oh my God. Like, I know, like just to hear her, just like even my friend Israel right now, who's currently going through, like, you know, just found out he has cancer. You know, all that, it hurts, because I've had a sister and a mom who have both been through it, and I know what this journey is like, and it's emotionally draining for the other family members, the person actually going through it, like the different emotions that they go through is like unexplainable, to where it's like when they try to explain it to you, it's just like it hurts. And so I'm like, yeah, I'm not trying to.
It's the definition of emotional damage.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, I'm not going to sit here. I don't know that I want to sit here and listen and be like, and then what else have it? You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's going to be the whole episode, you know? I'm just like, I don't know if I'm ready for it.
But imagine the views. I'm just kidding.
But I do feel that her story, for anybody considering breast implants, because she didn't go to this, like, you know how there was like, well, you need to do your research on the doctor you go to. I'm pretty sure she just didn't go pick any doctor out of her ass. Yeah, she didn't go to Groupon. Yeah, I didn't think she did that. Although, do you remember when that was happening?
On Groupon? Yeah.
There was Groupon fucking...
everything.
I didn't...
LASIK.
When I first saw that, I was like, plastic surgery on Groupon, bro? No way. How is that even possible?
But tell me this: why would you go to Mexico but not Groupon?
Well, it's different, because here's the thing: I would make sure. Like, why are you given a discount? Now, we're in the United States of America, so they're going to up every single dollar that they can possibly can,
especially in this economy.
In Mexico, I think they legit are charging you like, this is my fee. And this is what it would cost you in the hospital. And that's what we're charging you. There's no extra, because there's no big pharma. There's nobody else to kind of go through. Because there's some great doctors, I mean, that are out there. You know what I'm saying?
I wonder if the cartel gets a cut of that. Ooh. That's big pharma. That's big pharma for them.
That's big pharma for them. Yeah. They probably do.
Dude, scary.
Bro, probably. And it's probably on their receipt. Cartel tax.
Itemized.
Yeah, exactly. Cartel. I mean, I don't doubt that, Rob. I don't doubt it, because it is scary down there. That's a whole other topic for a whole other day.
You know, we never talked about the Tummy Tuck 4 that they were calling, the Americans that went down there and got shot by the cartel like a couple weeks back, which was a super sketchy story. I don't know if you kept up with it. Because
I still don't even believe it. I really don't even get it. No. They said, sorry, we killed your Americans. And then like they got in trouble. I almost felt like they picked 4 random like people from the street and just said, listen, y'all, we got to like make it seem like we care.
Well, dude, Jorge Ventura was covering. I think for a while, if not still, was the only American journalist down there covering that story.
Dill.
Yeah?
The only one covering all those crazy stories.
Dude, so it was crazy. I mean, follow Fuerteventura. We've had him
His
on RPT.
wife, I don't know how his wife deals with that. I'd have anxiety 99% of the time knowing my husband is out there.
It's insane.
Because he's married, isn't he?
I don't know if he's married.
He's got somebody, because I think I heard on a video about, or he said something, or maybe it wasn't him, but I think he does have a...
Have you had coffee this morning?
No, it's not even remotely done.
Okay.
It's like 2 sips, and I guess you can tell. It's when you're driving like this in traffic, you don't want to sip because you're like, with my luck, it would bope on me. Anyways, going back to Blac Chyna. So, surgeries are just, one of those things. Like the doctor that was talking said, man, if you really want to do anything to your butt, use your own fat. Like it is what it is. Do not inject yourself with stuff that you don't know. But I think there's even like new injections now that you go to when you go to like a Botox place that is like a filler for your butt. But they say that it takes so many of those, you might as well go get like the BBL instead of getting the injections, because I think the injections only last 5 years.
That's it?
Don't quote me. I don't know. It's something like that. I don't really know about it. I shouldn't really be talking about it, but something like that. It doesn't last forever versus the BBL obviously does. So he's like, if you're going to do any type of enhancement on your buttocks, make sure it's your own fat that they're using, versus silicone shit. Then it builds up, and Chyna basically got lucky that she didn't experience any health issues.
Okay.
Her butt is still big, but it looks really weird. I saw this video of her walking, and she's wearing like a workout outfit, and I don't know if it's just because of where the injections were, she's still not done. I mean, they weren't able to do everything. Like I said, she said, it was very dangerous what she did, because instead of being under the knife for 4 hours, they had to do hers for 8. And that is a long time to be under the knife.
Hell yeah.
And so she got her breasts reduced. She got her booty reduced. Fillers are coming out of her face and so forth. And here is the big shocker. She stopped her OnlyFans that was making her almost $2 million a year.
Nice. Good for her.
Because this is how big her change is. She is not playing. So they were like, what? Even your OnlyFans? Like, yep. Like, I'm completely changing.
Well, if she invests smart, like, she doesn't matter at that point. Like, she can figure it out.
Smart. Also, when everybody it's crazy. Like, this is what I took from everything happening, because I've been watching interviews of her, which I never really had. I never really I just saw her as the stripper on all sorts of, I think she really got her fame from being on one of Drake's music videos. That's kind of where she got her spotlight from. Don't quote me, but I think it was something like that. But anyways, I've been watching a lot of interviews of hers. Fox News even had her on, and I told Peter, of course Fox News is going to have her on. They're going to try to milk this.
It caters to their audience.
Exactly. I was like, of course they are. This is why, guys, you can't pick sides, because they're both so full of shit.
But was it at least a good interview?
It was. It was basically like she's found Christ, and she's making changes for herself, and this is for her, and you can tell it's for her journey and no one else. Because when I saw her interview and she was speaking about her mom is fucking toxic, like no one's business.
Bummer.
Man, bad. Her own mom is making fun of her journey and making videos about her own daughter, saying that bitch ain't holy. You can't put nothing holy in a hoe. I mean, yeah, like she's crazy. I think her name's like Tokyo something. She goes by Tokyo something. But her mom is, and so they asked her on the interview.
Well, they really love the Asian culture.
Right? Oh yeah. But what's crazy? Even though Blac Chyna's taking out she naturally had the high cheekbones.
Her cheekbones are huge.
They were even more huge because of the fillers. Now that she's been dissolving them and taking them out, her structure is that. So it almost looks like she has some kind of Native American in her.
Well, I wonder
like
if it's just hardened up in her face, though.
No, it's out.
Is it?
It's out. Like it's if anything, she like the doctor was showing you like this. We got this much left. Like you can still pinch it. She also did like Botox or fillers around here to give her more of, I guess, a rounder look. Her jawline is pretty chiseled. Like it's pretty defined. Almost like I said, like a Native American. You know how their features are very defined.
She's got like Dolly Parton face, kind of.
I never really, yeah. And her lips are smaller now. She said that she saw a video of herself and she's like, I couldn't believe, like, she's like, basically, like, I paid for these veneers and you couldn't even see the veneers because she had gotten her so big on the lip filler.
So
you know?
What was the catalyst to everything? Has she talked about it?
She found God.
Just woke up one day and said...
Just started making changes. Like she wasn't happy and she couldn't figure it out, what she was not happy about. And you know, and this is what I was saying. I think we kind of talked about it yesterday a little bit on Cafecito Time. But she said, and I know people that already have plastic or have had some kind of work done are going to disagree, right? Because there were a lot of people will say, I did this for me and I did this because I didn't like something about myself. But that phrase alone, I just didn't like this about myself. That's exactly what Blac Chyna was saying. She's like, basically saying that anyone that gets any type of surgery, if it's not because of, like, you know how there's some people that have to get like the nose done, what is it called, the septum, septum, yeah, because it's fucked up. They have to end up with like a nose job type of thing, right? She said unless it's like for medical reasons, because you really, like, I don't know, were an accident and now you have to have plastic surgery to reconstruct something, or, you know, all plastic surgery is because of insecurity. And people went ham on that too, right? That's not true. And, you know, that's why I said a lot of people who have already had the work done will disagree. But the way she explains it is like, well, gosh, if you put it like that, basically it's like, right. So you're going to get the surgery because you don't like this about yourself. You're insecure about that. So you're wanting to change it to feel better. But that's not really what's fulfilling. There's something else that's missing. It's not the appearance. It's something else in your heart that's missing. And, you know, of course they're like, oh yeah, she's saying that now because, you know, she's taking all this shit out. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, then you have those that are like, it's so true, you know?
Well, she can't see it if she hadn't done it.
What?
For the people arguing like, well, yeah, now she's saying it because she's getting it taken out. Like, well, yeah, she wouldn't know what it was like if she hadn't done it.
And so, yeah, right. And that's why she's speaking from experience.
Exactly.
She's not speaking from out of my ass. You know what I'm saying? She's like literally speaking from experience. And I really feel that in everything, whatever it is that she's doing, everybody is saying like, she has got such a large platform, to where any girl that was following her might just take this, not every girl, but at least maybe 1 out of the 10 will perhaps reconsider whatever she's doing in life, whether that's being on OnlyFans, whether that's, you know, she's getting the big old butt, or, you know what I'm saying, she's whatever it is that she's doing to kind of like to, you know, she's going to have an impact on people. You know what I'm saying? Whether that's, she found God. Bro, she posted this one video and it's of her being baptized, right?
Okay.
That's the one that I had originally seen where they were making fun of her. But she reposted a portion of it and I put it in the Discord. I don't know if you saw it, Rob. See, I'll play it for you. And here people are saying all kind of shit. But it's very powerful in my opinion, because I just kind of feel like when you slow-mo a video, I get it. It sounds weird. But in her case, I thought it was just kind of like,
You know, I went to see how many followers she had on Instagram. So I just Googled Blac Chyna Instagram. And it took me to, like, the first link is a picture from 78 weeks ago of just her butt. And the location's that thick. And her butt looks perfect.
Now?
No. Like, what, 78 weeks ago, whenever this picture's from. I was just looking at her. She has 16.8 million followers. Damn. So talking about influence, that's a lot of influence.
That's what I'm talking about. So she posted this video. And it's her being, okay, let me read the caption first before I undo the sound. It says, sound on. I got baptized on 5/11/22. So this has almost been going on for a year, but she's been under the radar and no one knew why. It says, I was watching the video again and wanted to show you this because if you look closely at my mouth, you can hear the spirits leaving my body. God is good. Everybody's saying because she slows down, of course, but if you freaking watch her mouth, Rob, it's almost like she's like gag. It's crazy. Now, here's why I believe it. And I don't feel like, even if it's not true, that's not really like, that's not what it is, right? I've witnessed someone be possessed and I know what that sound. And when I watched this video, I couldn't watch it very long because I was like, fuck this shit. Because I was like, what if that spirit comes in me? Like, her little bad energy that's leaving,
Where's it going?
Like, because that's where I felt like in church, that's kind of what you were taught, right? That
energy can't be destroyed, just
transfers to someone else, right? But anyway, here's the video for those who. In the name of the Holy Ghost. Okay, so she's being dunked now, right?
Okay.
When she's being lifted, okay? Watch her mouth.
Wild. Is that her pool? Damn, nice pool.
Yeah, right. And the comments are just like I said, you have those who are very positive, and there's like, there's some that are like, look, just so you'll see, it says, some of y'all in the comments, SMH, we got to start watching how we speak on people that God has his hands on. Don't mess up your future blessings worrying about someone else's past, because people are making like comments like, you slowed it down. But what people don't understand is if you don't know about God and you don't understand like how he works, you would just say some shit like that. But as someone who has witnessed it, which is why I'm a scaredy cat, which is why I don't turn off the lights because I'm finna walk out this bitch, you know what I'm saying, is because at a very young age, I witnessed that my father praying over someone, and that is how it sounds. What is it? Hand on the, whatever that saying is. Like,
damn, I forgot what it is.
I forget what it is. What is it? Hand on the man? No.
Fuck, I forgot.
Bible on the hand. I don't know, something like that. But anyway, like legit, it sounds like that. It's super duper scary. It's a sound that you will never forget. And I'm telling you guys, I heard it at 9 years old. And that is why I can't stand, like, I get scared very easily, like with certain things, you know what I'm saying? Because I've witnessed that myself firsthand. So, like The Exorcist, you know how everybody gets scared with it? Well, it doesn't really scare me because I've seen it firsthand. Like, so for me, it was more like, y'all, I've never seen anybody turn their head like that, but have you seen The Exorcist?
I actually didn't.
Never saw it.
I mean, I know of it. I just never sat down to watch it.
Well, the way she turns her head, I'm not saying that's impossible. And I'm not saying, because I've never seen an exorcism that way.
Sure.
Does that make sense? But I've seen an exorcism as someone looking crazy. Their eyes are different and their voice is different. And that's definitely a voice of, it was deja vu when I watched it, I had to like keep going. And I was like, well, damn, but I want to know what happened because I want to see the comments, you know? I was like, I'm going to go back and watch it. And so when I went back and watched it, it was like, oh my God, 9 years old all over again. You know what I'm saying? And my
9?
dad, I was 9.
Yikes, that explains a lot.
Yeah, exactly. So when you see stuff like that, you just kind of like, you know, you just don't you don't joke with certain shit, at least for me. And you can believe what you want to believe, you know, but trust.
No, I get it, dude. I mean, you know, for more than anybody, like I'm not that all the way. For somebody who's like about like conservative politics and culture war type stuff, I just, you know, that side has never spoken to me for whatever reason. But I can appreciate somebody who's like, no, I've witnessed, I've seen,
yeah,
I believe. I'm like, okay,
yeah, and not on more than one occasion. That's the sad part about
God, how many do you think? How many occasions?
I've only seen it 3.
Only? We're talking about exorcisms.
Yeah. But I told you that. I remember I told you that my parents would leave to go pray for someone. And I never thought about it until as an adult. Like that, whenever my friends would be playing outside, because now it would be my aunt or my grandma or somebody coming to watch us, so my parents could go pray for these people. And they would say, where are your parents going? I'm like, oh, somebody's possessed. They're going to go pray for them. And when it was no big deal. And I'm thinking like, I wonder if those kids,
they thought you were insane.
Thought I was crazy.
A 23-year-old me would have wanted to roast you, but 33-year-old me is like, I'm open. I'm all ears to hear about these experiences.
I was like, well, we're talking about little girl, like 11, 10, outside playing, you know, like, can you imagine what these kids were probably thinking? Like if they went back and told their parents, Marisol's parents are going to go pray for somebody who's got an ex.
Marisol's parents are the Ghostbusters?
Yeah, exactly.
Going to a friend's house.
I mean, imagine that. When I thought about it later, I was like, wow, that's so crazy. But anyway, so that's why when I saw that, I was like, oh, I can, yeah.
So we got about 5 more minutes. So guys, we have a 30-minute free episode this week. And then if you want another hour, you know, join the Patreon.
For sure.
HERR Lounge, patreon.com/HERR Lounge podcast. Give me more of your thoughts, I guess, to wrap up on the China thought. Like, what do you think about it?
Well, I'm going to circle it back. So this weekend I spoke at an event. It was an all women's event. It was called the Latina in Heels event. It was a spring tea and it was very great. And I just think there's a lot of women and men in general, you know what I'm saying? Who need really encouragement. And I think part of it is this world that we're in right now. And I feel like, I feel like if we don't start changing stuff, it's going to get really crazy. I think we're going to have like women who only think that doing like showing their ass on the internet or doing these outrageous things to create attention, or perhaps like, you know, this is the only way you can be successful type of thing, you know what I'm saying, is going to continue to grow unless we have more people like China showing you like what real is.
You ever thought you'd say that sentence?
No, never. Blac Chyna of all people. We're talking about someone who was a stripper, someone who,
you know, Kardashian essentially, in a sense.
And it's funny because on one of the interviews they said they're like, I bet they're so mad because you're the only one that was able to reproduce a Kardashian. No, you get it? Yeah.
Wow.
So they were like, I bet their sisters hate you. And so they talked about that lawsuit. And basically she lost, right? But, you know, she doesn't get child support from neither one of her. She has a son from Tyga, the rapper.
Right.
And then she's got the baby from Rob Kardashian. And they asked her why. And she just kind of felt because kids go back and forth, right? Mm-hmm. Why? If when they go with dad, mm-hmm. they're going to have to spend, you know, dad's going to have to spend money. And when they're with mom has to spend money. But I think she had tweeted something along the lines of like she had so many cars, she was going to have to sell 2 of them or something. Single mom, blah, blah, blah. And I get no child support. Well, people read into that as like she's broke. Far from it. And basically what she was kind of like, that was kind of what she was saying, like, I have 6 cars. There's no need for 6 cars. I'm a single mother, like 2 kids. Like there's no need for 6 cars in my house. Like for what? So she was going to sell them and people assumed she was selling them for money.
Those people are retarded.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They assume that, she was doing this because she ain't got no money. And that's when Tyga tweeted and Rob Kardashian tweeted like, well, I'll pay $30,000 or $25,000 something like for private school. And then Rob Kardashian also put like, well, I pay $34,000 for private school. And so she was like, cool. She was like, can you imagine? She's like, I would gladly take over the $34,000. Just like, y'all don't even know what childcare cost. Like, childcare is so expensive. They're like, I'm the one that feeds them every day. Like, if anything, she's got the bulk of the I guess cost, of having the kids with her. But she's like, but they're also good fathers. They're in their lives. So if, why do that to them, being that, again, they're with their dad, they're coming back, their dad has to feed them over there too, has to clothe them over there too. So why has to have their own nanny over there too, like when they have something to do, who's going to watch them? So it's like, for what? And I was like, oh, wow, if that's not mature, I don't know what is. Because that makes sense if you're 50-50. Mm-hmm. If you're not 50-50,
Yeah.
But if you're 50-50, then, that's a whole other subject.
All right, let's shift over. If you guys want a full hour, where can they find it, Sol?
Come on over, guys, to Patreon/Her Lounge podcast. Come be a part of Her World, guys, if you haven't joined us yet. If you have and you're in our Discord, y'all, thank you so much for continuing to keep it live. Because of you guys, I'm able to do what I love. So thank you guys so much for listening. See y'all Friday.